Haru. Bob? You must not be at your desk.
All right, I am here, Dan. Sorry about that. I was making my drink.
Welcome back.
All right.
I was, as the children like to say, fucking around and finding out.
Yes, in the words of Gen Z, he who fucketh around findeth out. Let's see. So obviously I'm live. If you saw everything, I got the link ready. I'm just gonna go. I know I don't have the new one up. I was just gonna wait till we went live to load it. So I'm surprised at who the character is. I've got it ready to go. I just have my one from last week. By the way, I'd really want y'all to run that one, the one I ran last night.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting. We'll put it that way. We'll put it that way. Cut for you see. All right. So yeah, I'm good to go. I got everything up, just waiting to go live. Or well, I'm live, waiting for you to go live.
You should not have a yang.
Did you not hear what I said? I've got my old one loaded up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah, I'm waiting until we go live to load the new one.
right, but I can't crop to that.
What do you need to crop to? You can't.
Well, maybe that'll work.
Oh, why would it be different? I mean, I can load up.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Sorry, not being difficult. It was honest question. Stream starts soon. Oh, that's why I couldn't move the stupid thing. It got locked somehow or another. Seven come 11 could be mine, but be a lady I'm gonna find love coming on the bottom line. Meow.
Okay, you should be good.
My audio Streamlabs just randomly decided to lose my audio settings last night, so you might check them to make sure it's on your right microphone and everything, or make sure you're transmitting.
Yeah, my thing is bouncing. So
okay.
Well, both of my meters are bouncing.
Yeah, apparently mine wasn't for the first like 25 minutes of the stream, and then I just realized, then my sound cut out, and I didn't know what was happening, and I looked, and I had to go and play with the settings in Streamlabs to get them to work. It usually, something like that usually only happens when they do an update, but I don't remember it updating since like the last time we played.
All right, I hit the button.
All right, let's hit the links. And not play golf.
We should have golf night.
Yeah, that would be fun. I used to play the fuck out of Tiger Woods, like the older Tiger Woods
I would
games.
say, like Tiger Woods 2004.
2005 was my jam. That was
I
the
can't
one.
remember if 04 or 05 was the correct one.
5 was the best.
put a shitload of time into
I
it.
played both, and 5 was the best. 5 was by far my favorite out of it. Like,
That sounds truthy. Like Tiger Woods 2005, I think probably is the correct choice.
it wasn't as good after that. Like, for some reason, that one was just perfect. Like 2008, they started getting like super realistic with it, and I'm like, if I wanted to suck at golf, I would play golf.
Actual golf.
Yeah. Which did I tell you I bought a?
You bought the antique golf
Yeah,
clubs.
yeah. I'm still happy with that. That's a cool thing to have. I looked them up. They're apparently not an easy thing to come across. That's weird. I mean, not that I'd sell them, but I mean, I looked them up, and like, you know, obviously eBay is the reference point, and eBay's, you know, kind of, you know, it's an iffy reference point because it's a fluctuating thing. But even like the lowball prices on there for like buy it nows and what stuff was going for were significantly more than what I paid for them. So, you know, that's always a plus. All right, I have them in that one. But yeah, I'd kill to play some Tiger Woods 05 again. I'd probably suck at it now, but I got, you know, I used to create a character and did everything you could with them, and like my record was I shot like a 43 at Coeur d'Alene at one point. Do you know that the thing I did last on that game was a double eagle? I had like 6 or 7 home runs, hole-in-ones, and could not get a freaking double eagle. Million eagles, million birdies. I could just for some reason I couldn't make it work. Like it was my white whale, as it were. Oh, I can load live now. Here, let's do that. Let us see who we have for Crystal Percent. Load game. The 13th. Today's my brother's birthday, actually. He is camping, apparently. Oh, that's an edge start, and that is an interesting edge palette.
It's Naruto.
Oh, that is totally Naruto, isn't it? I like that. I like Naruto edge. All right, so we got Get Sid. Two bosses. Well, technically 3 bosses, but defeat Baron Castle Basement Throne is a key item check. So yeah, boss spot, 2 boss hunts, and then return to Pandying. So I like that. That's a different group of objectives. All right, here, let me turn that. Let me get back on here so I can turn that stream starting soon off. Here we go. Get this and get chat popped out. All right, that's looking good. Yeah, that's a good set of objectives. I like that. I like it's a good mix. So last night when I went to run, I was actually tired when I started, but I didn't want to go to bed, so I wanted to wake up. So I actually wanted the energy, an energy drink this time. And what I drank was, and it's really excellent. It's Ghost, because I couldn't find a good C4 I wanted. So it's Ghost, but it was Sour Patch Kids Blue Raspberry.
I think you've mentioned that before.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've had the Blue Raspberry. I've had three or four of the Sour Patch Kids flavors. The green one's my favorite one. All right. CPU gets on my nerves, but it's a fight we're guaranteed to win. Leviathan could be rough depending on the slot. Sid could be literally anywhere. Single character. I find that the character checks, even though we do a lot of them naturally, they add a lot to it because they force you to do ones you would skip otherwise. And look for items that you wouldn't necessarily look for.
I'll be right back real quick.
All right. Well, Dan has temporarily left us and leaves it up to me to steer said ship. So we're about to get ready. This is of course a 2-player race, and this is what we call Crystal Percent. So it's a lot of very unsafe objectives. For instance, like we have no safety checks on whatsoever, so we have no guaranteed path to the underground. As far as like it being beatable, like if you watched me last night, you know it can be absolutely hell trying to do it. But we have 5 objectives, and we need 4 of them in order to forge the crystal to go fight Zeramus. So an edge start changes things up a little bit because he can do a lot right at the beginning of the game. So for me, this is going to affect my routing a little bit. Ooh, speaking of that, I need to get my tracker up and put edge on there. There we go. We got our good buddy Edward Geraldine on there. Edgeworth Geraldine. I'm going to call him Edgeworth. So, yeah, like, this makes us... I like the objectives. Like, so we have to find the pan to be able to do this, and we have to find... that means... Return it to his wife means we have to find the pan, and we have to go to the underground. Which, I mean, we're going to be guaranteed to do it. Anyway, but you know what I mean. So, we got to use the pan on Yang. We got to go down to the bottom of the Sylph Cave, use the pan on Yang, then return it, and then we got to find the Baron key and do that one. And those are ordinarily ones we don't necessarily look for if we get the rest of the objectives or if we're doing boss hunt. As we call Monster Mash percent. I think I'll move on to it next and kind of get better. But for now, I'm wanting myself, and Irene here. I'm wanting to, I guess it'd be myself and Chunksy. Since she's sitting right here. I'm wanting to focus on this one and kind of getting better at it. The goal is a sub 2 hour time, but it's, you know, that's largely depending on the seed. So I got a lot of room for improvement on it. And that's the main thing that I'm trying for at the moment. So just to get better. And I was actually quite happy with what I did last night, even though I made one key mistake that probably would have made the game a lot faster. That was... God knows how much time that actually cost me. That's the thing about one of them running it, is if they do that thing I didn't, they might actually beat it a lot quicker than I did. Or they could have more trouble in spots I did and take longer. Who knows? That one, there was a lot of by the skin of my teeth progression in that seed, and it was unimaginably item starved.
Okay. Let's rock and roll.
And or roll?
And roll. We're doing
In
both.
the Garden of Eden, baby.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Saturday Night Let's Racing Time. I'm your host, Kefka Floyd. This stream is brought to you by Worcester's Own Polar Seltzer. We got pineapple guava here tonight, summer special. Enjoying that quite Bob.
I'm sorry, it's doing something goofy. Like I clicked off of a scene and now it's not wanting to cooperate. Here, just do it off of that. I can't get it in the spot it wants to. I need it to go to.
That's fine. Just leave it there, and when I introduce you, I will fix your crop.
Okay.
I also have a small glass of Cool Swan Irish Cream Liqueur. And joining me on the right-hand side, he's the man that Molly Hatcher says shouldn't play this game too long. He's the whiskey man, Mr. Bob the Elder.
Thank you, Dan. I am indeed your favorite whiskey drinking Southern friend, Bob the Elder, one with a charming accent. I got Chunksy the dog here in a normal spot. I got my unsweet tea as my palate cleanser. I'm still doing the alcohol-free thing for a little while. So I've got a Bob's Island iced tea. The only difference between this one and any other one is I've just got a single big square ice cube because that's the only one I had left. So it's got a little more tea in it than it normally would, and everything was ounces. I did do the strawberry syrup and the grenadine, but the grenadine was half an ounce. Everything but the grenadine was half an ounce. So this is a little stouter with the lemon lime strawberry lemonade flavor. Let's see how it goes. Oh man, that's good. That's about perfect. I don't think I can beat that. I did stir it and shake it, so there that kind of spread it out a little bit. It does all this mess tends to settle at the bottom if you don't. But yeah, I declare that the ultimate iteration. That's perfect. That's just the right balance. Yeah, I do declare. I do. I say, son. I say. That is the perfect. That is the absolute perfection. That is the perfect cocktail. This would be better with a couple ounces of bourbon, but not doing that right now. So.
Anyway, I've got Bob fixed. We are running a crystal percent tonight. Our objectives are to find Sid, return the pan to Sheila, defeat Leviathan, defeat CPU, and defeat whoever is at the bottom of the Baron Castle basement throne. And we've got a Naruto edge for a start tonight. That'll be interesting.
Oh, shout out to Drix in chat. He says 187 settle at the bottom. Sounds weird to me. Yeah, you know, but a lot of mixed stuff tends to do that. So no, we appreciate our peanut gallery, Drix. So
anyway, I've got one thing I did is I brought, since we had to clear we're moving our stuff in the office, so I had to clear all my stuff out of the office. I decided to bring home my office monitor since I have a feeling I'm not going to have a permanent desk at the office anymore.
Right.
So I hooked that up as my new portrait monitor, and it's 4K, so it has the same scaling factor as my main 5K ultra wide. So now I can put things like the broadcast view and the timer and everything else on the secondary monitor and still have it at the same scaling factor as my main monitor, which is where Streamlabs lives. So there won't be any shenanigans.
See, that's nice.
Right. Get your A buttons ready.
All right.
I got the timer ready. I'll count us down with 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll be off as soon as I adjust this microphone. Counting down in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm really
joining Edge tonight.
I don't know. I really do love this Naruto Edge, though. I just want him to do Blitz should be. I wish I could rename Blitz to Rasengan.
Oh, God.
I'm okay with that, actually. Since we have Edge.
And a Protect Ring.
Actually going to put that on Edge. Just to make him a little more survivable. Just to be frank, it really doesn't do Tella any good. No key item start.
Hey, thank you for subscribing, Drix.
Chain. God dang, it's not that hard. Okay, go ahead and save. Yeah, since he starts at level 25. Ooh, heals right off the start. That's good. Heals are weird in that you might do the whole entire seed and never need a single one of them, or they might be the only thing that lets you survive the seed. Ooh, there's a mop. That's a good sign. We got it better, Tella. So that makes us incentivize boss fights a little more, knowing he's there. Oh, come on, Rose's mom. Oh, come now.
Oh, come now, Henry.
I was doing more of a Morgan Freeman, but yeah. Oh, come now. Yeah, I should have British in my head. I watched Have you watched any of the Kingsman movies?
Yes. You know in Kingsman 2 that they're basically doing a Bionic Commando, right?
No, I haven't seen Kings. That's the one I haven't seen.
Oh,
so,
you haven't?
I had not seen any of them, and I watched the first one and the third one today. I just finished the third one. They, for some reason, the second one, the 1 and 3 are on HBO Max, but 2 isn't. 2's not on any of the streaming services right now, which is curious. So I haven't seen the second one. I want to. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought that was excellent, and I didn't realize until after the end of it that it was based on a Mark Millar thing, and that makes perfect sense. It's very Mark Millar. The third one is, like, I enjoyed it, but it's weird.
The third one's a prequel.
Yeah, I actually liked it quite a bit. Like, I liked the actors in it, but it's kind of weird. Like, I found it very tonally inconsistent. Okay? Like, because the first movie is very tonally consistent, you know. It kind of pokes fun at itself about being like an old school spy movie, you know, with gadgets and everything. And, you know, also has the serious moments with it. But, I mean, it's very, very consistent throughout the whole movie. This one is, like really serious. Like, really, it then gets really, like, action movie goofy, then really serious, and it just keeps going back and forth. Like, at least like partway through the movie, it's basically like a really poignant, like, historical World War I movie. Like, it forgets that it did all the goofy stuff with the, you know, with the three rulers, you know, which were all played by the same actor. Actually, I didn't realize that until I looked it up until after the movie. Like, I definitely enjoyed it. I just thought it had some issues, and, like, I mean, say what you want. I like Ralph Fiennes as a lead actor. I think he's a very, very good actor. Like, I just enjoy him in a lead role.
Yeah, see, I mean, I have the second one on my server if you want it.
Oh yeah, I'd love to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one is definitely goofier than the first one, but it has a guy who literally is Rad Spencer. Like, you especially like Bionic Commando rearms Spencer. The way they designed his arm. And
yeah.
When I saw the trailer in the theater, I went, that's fucking Bionic Commando.
Oh, I can believe it.
He also pulls off a move that's very similar to a zip kick.
Well, it's kind of hard to be goofier, like, in my opinion, than a movie that the chief and the chief, like, or the lieutenant to the chief antagonist is a chick with blades that runs with blades on her feet somehow and attacks people with nothing but kicks. Like, I mean, like, that was the goofiest part of the whole movie. I'm like, I'm sitting here in NPC hell.
So, I mean, the main thing about the second one is that, I mean, the main plot is that the Kingsmen work together with their U.S. counterparts, which are the Statesmen.
Yeah. I find that interesting. Yeah,
you'll like that quite a bit.
I think I will. That sounded interesting to me. Like, I looked it up on the app that tells you whatever that I use to tell you what every streaming thing is on, and it also gives you, like, descriptions of the movie. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I like that. Like, the cast of the third movie just altogether was phenomenal. Like, it was a lot of heavily disguised people because of the, you know, the stylistic choice it did. I don't know. I was in, like, a weird kind of like spy movie kick, I guess, because Thursday night I didn't feel like doing anything, so I popped in and, you know, decided to hunt a movie, and I watched Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy with Gary Oldman, which was really good. Also, curiously, with Colin Firth, now that I'm just now realizing that.
I spent a lot of time over the past 2 days bagging and boarding comic books.
I've got to do that. Apparently here it's almost impossible to get a hold of loan boxes. Like, they've
just my advice is just order them from the source.
I've tried. That's not even easy to do most of the time.
No, go to bcw.com.
bcw.com.
Yeah, it might be BCW Comics. I'll send you a link later.
Okay.
I just made a big.
Okay, I need a couple really badly because I really need to. I really need to do that. I really need to organize it.
But I ordered like I did like 1,500 packs. Well, I've got one more pack of 100 to go, but I've basically I'm going to be divesting myself of almost just stuff that's accumulated over the years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm in the process of bagging and boarding everything, and then I'm going to organize it a little bit, and then bring it to my comic book guy. And I don't think I have anything that's really worth money.
Mm-hmm.
But
You'd be surprised. Like, I mean, depends on your idea. It depends on what you consider being worth money, but you'd be surprised at the value of some of them. You know, like even incidental ones. Like a lot of my older Spider-Man ones are like $10 to $15 a pop.
This is stuff that's all within the past 10 years.
Oh, okay. See, like I mainly collect like not pre like 1996.
And
so.
I don't like buy stuff. I'm not a collector. This is stuff that I'm buying to read.
Yeah.
So
well, see, I read everything.
Be...
I read everything I buy.
Right, but I mean,
yeah.
like when I go to the comic book store every week, I'm not buying stuff to say, oh, that might be valuable, or whatever. I'm buying stuff because I want to read it.
Got you. Okay. See, I do a little bit of mix of both because I bought I just bought a handful. I found a bunch. I'm trying to get certain runs. Like I want Spider-Man 1 through 50, for instance. I've gotten most of the McFarlane, the actual straight McFarlane books of it, but I got a bunch. I got like 10 of them, 10 or 15 of them in the 40s that I didn't have. So like I didn't have my book with me, or my notebook, so I was afraid to buy too much because I didn't want to double buy, you know. But I knew I didn't have any of them in the 40s, so that worked. The most valuable one I own is I've got the first appearance of Carnage. Whichever Amazing Spider-Man that's in, it's Carnage 1, 2, and 3. And I bought that at the convention last year. The guy made me a deal on it because I was paying cash, and I was like, all right, why not? Why the hell not? Well, yeah, because that one's actually in good shape. I've actually got like Spider-Man 141, which is a super old one, and that one is probably the second. Though now, with Marvel bringing like guys that once were C-list characters and making like or B-list guys like Iron Man and making them A-listers, like I've got a Mick.
Iron Man was always an A-lister.
No, he was, in terms of sales, he was always a B-lister. Like it was never a particularly valuable or well-selling book. Which really neither was Captain America for that matter. But you know, that catapulted it. So like all those older books started going up huge in value, and I've got a basically mint, like it's near mint to mint copy of like Iron Man 23, like from 1968.
Powerpuff Girls #1.
Oh, that's cool.
From the first, but it's not in great shape.
Yeah.
Because I bought it when I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's the problem I've got with the, shit, I'm not marking bosses. Oh, I've only fought those two. Okay, it's not a big deal. Yeah, what was I saying? That's the thing with that Spider-Man 141. I bought it like from a comic book store as a kid, and like I've taken very, very good care with it. It just wasn't in great condition when I bought it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also like really difficult to get one of those in any. Wow. Too soon here. But again, that one was one the guy would do a yearly sale, and he had that one marked down, I think, like 75% off. So, you know, of what it would normally sell for. So, I was like, yeah, I gotta buy that one. I don't regret it. It's the first appearance of the second Mysterio. It wasn't the, I can't remember his name. It wasn't, there was the original Mysterio, and then there was another. He died, and then they killed him off, and there was a second one. And then later there was a third one when you had Ben Reilly take over for Spider-Man for a while after the Clone Saga. Which it wasn't a popular move, and like as a short-term move, here's the thing with those books, okay? Like when they did Sensational Spider-Man and all that, when he became the different costume, it worked because Peter Parker was still alive. It was a different costume. You know, he wasn't pretending to be. He wasn't pretending to be like to be Spider-Man. He was he took the mantle on, but he was a different Spider-Man, and I was okay with it. And the thing about it, like they did several series. You know, the books didn't last long with Ben Reilly as it, but I've got the whole run basically almost up until the point where you know, they kill him off and Peter Parker gets his powers back like he should have and becomes Spider-Man again. You find out he was not the clone all along. He wasn't the clone all along.
Oh my God, I was wrong.
Right, which again, it was a terrible idea ever making him the clone in the first place. Like that was, and it didn't make sense. You know, like that was just a bad. But they were in the thing of really putting him through hell at that point. So like it just wasn't a good decision. Like I still like the Clone Saga, but that was not a good decision. But here's the thing: those runs, like it was 4 of them. There was the female Dr. Ock, second Doc Ock, who was the female one, who was actually quite good. You had the third Mysterio. It was, what is it? It was Virtual Insanity, Media Blizzard, and then several other. Oh, I forgot to do that. Shit. And then a couple others, and the thing about those books is they were really good. Like, whoever wrote them, like, they were solid. They were really, really good. Like, I really enjoyed them. I liked the run with it. They had they introduced the third Green Goblin and had him be a hero, and that was fun. Like, I can't remember the character's name, but he was a really good character. I had the whole first 12. I had the first 12, most of that run, because it didn't go much after I quit buying it. But I had the first 12 issues and all of his other appearances and stuff like that. But that was the height of my collecting, like when I was still buying the new issues that came out every month. Okay, I'll take it after the way my see last night went. I still maintain that those were good runs. Those were good limited. You know, it was just a bunch of limited series basically with the main Spider-Man books, but they were all really good.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, I'll probably have 6 or 7 long boxes to bring down to him.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
It's just I have no plans on reading that stuff ever again. Well, at least most of it. It's just taking up space in the house.
Yeah, I get you. Like, there's no, I mean, if you're not gonna reread it, and it's not something you have, like, you're not trying to complete runs, it's like stuff that you had emotional value, some kind of emotional connection to, then there's just no point in it.
Yeah, I think there's stuff that I'm going to, when I actually go through and sort through things, there's probably going to be a couple things that I hang on to, but largely it's just all going to go in Eric's backfill for his back issues.
Yeah, because there's stuff I have that I'm not, that I'm not. There's ones I have that I'm not attached to at all, and then there's ones I have that I'm, runs I've been building for years, and that I have huge emotional attachment to. Shit. Everybody can equip that. Fuck it. I don't want to do that, but that's too useful not to. And I got another decision to make later on, too. Don't have anything else to sell. That's the downside. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this since I forgot to do it last night. Like, there's just a few here and there. Like, I never really collected Uncanny X-Men, but I like I've got, like, the Jim Lee and Claremont X-Men books, so I want X-Men 1 through 50. I've got a bunch of them. Well, the Claremont Scott, then when Scott Lobdell took over for Claremont, and I love, mainly with X-Men, my favorite one is that one. It's the John Byrne run, the Jim Lee run, and that coincided with Claremont and Scott Lobdell. So, like, there's not a lot I want other than that, as far as, like, X-Men goes. And there are a couple I've bought, I have bought duplicates of, because, there's, one of my favorite comics, period, is X-Men Annual #1, X-Men Annual #1, or X-Men Unlimited #1, sorry, X-Men Unlimited #1. And I've had it since I was a kid, I bought it at the gas station down the road. But it's obviously been read a lot, right? So it's not exactly in the best of condition. So I bought another cheap copy of it that's in really good condition, just to put back and keep one in good condition. Then I can read my other one as much as I want and not worry about it.
That's a good idea.
And there's a few that I don't have that, just over time between storage and stuff, like the covers have missed, and I'd like to get. I need to mark which ones those are actually, and buy replacements for them, because none of them are particularly valuable. Okay, I ordinarily wouldn't have done that, but that one hurt me when I didn't do it last night, so it seemed like a good idea at the time. What do I want to do now?
Rydia did 666 damage.
666. What stand-up did that? There was it? There was an old stand-up bit from a long time ago. It might have been Damon Wayans. It might be that old, like when he was doing stand-up. But like he here, let's do this. Change form. No, that was right. I thought I was on the wrong one. Never mind. But he was talking about, it was a thing about kids' names and, like, how they have connotations to them and all that. And, like, who names your kid Damien? Can you imagine naming your kid Damien? It sounds like, can you just imagine, like, he's introducing himself and he's like, hi, my name's he's in first grade, like, hi, my name's Damien and I'm 666 years old.
Bruce Wayne named his kid Damien.
He did, but that was also a loaded name. He didn't name his kid Damien. Talia al Ghul named him Damien, but he's also named Damien for a reason. That was a loaded name, so.
Also, no anime Princess Rydia tonight.
No, this is pretty much straight vanilla, isn't it?
Yep.
Which I love my green Rydia. I mean, I'm fond of my vanilla Rydia. I ended up wasting those. Which I should point out too, like, so the different Robin thing is like very controversial among, like, you particularly get a lot of older Batman fans don't really like Damian.
I mean,
And
like 50 different Robins, so it's like.
Well, and I didn't collect Batman as a kid. Like, I didn't have, I didn't read the Batman comics, so I don't have any attachment really whatsoever to any of the Robins, because my main thing with Batman was Batman the animated series and the movies, which were pretty Robin poor, if one remembers. Had very little to do with Rob. I just never had any attachment to any of them. So, like, I really know more about Damian than I do probably Tim Drake or any of the rest of them, because I've watched, all those. I've watched, a ton of those DC animated movies, which a lot of them are really good. And Damian's in those, and I actually really like Damian in those. So I'm actually pretty fond of the character, but... No, of course he doesn't have anything useful. I do need to remember Tella has exit, so because I'm just so used to not having exit, I keep forgetting that I've got it. I mean, I've only been in one place it would have been useful at so far, but,
Yeah.
And it didn't really cost me anything running out of it. Pew! This should go pretty easily. Well, Asher is only hard, Drix, in Asher's not really hard in vanilla because it's just the trick. You've got to cast wall on her. I mean, once you do that, she's easy. Wow, really? This is the opposite of the last seed that I ran. Now I'm trying to decide if I agree with you that Drix sounds like a tweaker name. Like, I'm having to formulate my opinion on that. It actually kind of sounds more like something from a 90s counterculture movie, like something like Hackers, like loosely cyberpunk type deal. That's actually kind of what it sounds like. Bow, 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 bow. Bum 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 dum dum. Or, something like Shadowrun. I could see Drix being a name of a Shadowrun character. We need Raz here to expound on that. My only affiliate or familiarity with Shadowrun is from the quite excellent Super Nintendo game, but I never played the RPG or anything like that.
Oh, so remember how when we were starting out, I was telling you I was fucking around and finding out?
Oh yeah, what did you fucketh around and findeth out about?
Well, you know that either wasn't last week. I think it was it was last week. I picked up some old ThinkPads from a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
and I've been in the various process of A, trying to recover the data from these ThinkPads for him, and B, I mean, they're going to be my ThinkPads now, but
Right.
So the first thing I did was two of them. One was from like 1997. It's a 380 ED. The other one's a T21, which is circa like 2001, and the other one was a T41, which is circa like 2006. And so they all have interesting, annoying problems. And the newest one, oddly enough, is the one that works the least.
Mm-hmm.
In that the display has a red tinge, and if I turn it on for any amount of time, the graphics start going corrupt. So either there's a problem with the GPU, or I mean, I've read things about the GPUs on those particular machines having issues.
Right.
But it could also just need a repaste. So that one I was able to pull that one of the T21, the hard drives they're on caddies. They pull right out.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled them out. I was able to image the T41 easily, but the T21, the hard drive will read, but it gets about 80% through during the imaging process and fails, which is unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like one part of the drive that's not good.
So is that like one of the discs locking up inside it or something?
It has like some problem reading some area of the disk.
Yeah.
So Macrium Reflect is not happy. I mean, if I did file by file copy, I probably could skip the area where it's having problems, but this is like a whole disk image. And this, since he worked for Sun, this particular machine, he was running Solaris on it. So it would boot to like Sun Java Desktop. And so I can't really get into that machine. It's like, if there are useful files on it, they're probably not, anything
recoverable.
special.
Not.
I mean,
right.
I probably could have like use a Linux VM and attach to it because it's ext4. I probably could use Linux and attach to it, and try to pull files off of it. But it's like I wouldn't know what to look at. So I'm just writing that off and saying we're dumping that drive in a shredder.
Mm-hmm.
The T20, the ED, the 3080 ED, everything, hard drive on it's fine. It boots up just fine. I actually went and did the recovery before we started this. I was able to boot off a floppy and run the recovery CD. So I got Windows that had Windows and Linux like 2.0 installed on it.
Right.
There was nothing particularly useful in the Windows, and I wasn't. So like, well, I could try to image it, but the problem is there's one screw on the bottom that's stripped, and I cannot get it undone for the life of me.
Oh no! Yeah, it's like one of those little useless machine screws.
Yeah, and like I tried everything. I even tried a fucking screw extractor, and I cannot get it out.
Oh, that's
like I think the threads are seized.
Yeah.
So like, I even tried pulling out a drill and tried drilling through it, and my drill bits are not adequate for that. So no dice.
Yeah, that sucks. That can be really tricky.
So luckily the hard drive works. So I mean, I have but I mean, it better stay working. But like that means, at least on that machine, to like change out the CMOS battery, it's just a watch battery, and it's in the same compartment as the RAM. So
right.
Easy to pop it open, replace the CMOS battery, everything's good. And but yeah.
I actually have an Apple related question now that made me think that I was supposed to ask you if we did this tonight. And I'm going to apologize on this one, is because the source of this question is an older person that isn't literate with tech, but at the same time, I don't have the computer and the iPhone in hand, so it's not the easiest thing for me to try to. It might be something that I could just easily answer, but I don't do anything Apple. Like, I haven't used iTunes in years, anything like that, so that I don't remember. I don't know how they've. I knew.
What's the question?
Okay. My understanding, if I got it right, is that this person's has an iPhone and has an iPhone and a PC. So on the iPhone, they have an iTunes account, have a bunch of stuff that's straight iTunes, but they also have a bunch of files that are independent of a bunch of music files that are independent of iTunes. So she can access them in iTunes on her phone, but she doesn't know how to get them, and she can pull them off on the computer, but she can't get the iTunes account on the computer to recognize the files, recognize the MP3 files. That's my understanding.
iTunes, if it's MP3s, it doesn't matter. If it's M4As, it doesn't matter. When it matters is if they're protected music, which means if it was bought from the beginning of the iTunes store till whenever they stopped doing the DRM, which I want to say was in like 2009-ish. I don't remember the exact date. So those files would end in M4P.
Yeah.
They should, ideally.
I mean, I don't understand. Here's the thing, and like, just trying to get this explained to me was very difficult because I'm trying to understand what the problem is. Because I mean, you should just be able to, if it's just a matter of the files, you should just be able to put the phone into the computer, hook the phone to the computer, sync it, and pull all your files off. And just copy them onto your desktop, and you can access them from that. Is that the issue?
One of the things about the iPhone is that it has. Remember how when Apple first introduced the iPod ages and ages ago, and the music industry was like, "Oh, we don't want you to do that." So their compromise was like, "Okay, you can sync to an iPod, but you can't plug an iPod that's synced into somebody else's computer and pull the music off of it." Technically, that limitation still exists with an iPhone if you use an iTunes synced library. Okay.
And
however, you can get I think there is a version of it for Windows.
Okay.
But on the Mac, what I would tell people to use is a program called iMazing. Yes, it costs $20-ish. But it allows you to pull pretty much anything off of an iPhone. Pictures, music files. Like that's what when I had a iPod that I needed to pull things off of. I used a similar. iMazing wasn't available at the time, but I used a similar program.
See, that's what confused me. I mean, maybe that's where I was lost because, again, like you got to remember, I don't use these, so I don't know anything about iTunes. I don't use an iPhone. I only have to use this one at work, and I don't hook it to anything or do anything with it other than work stuff. So, like, for me to do that, like, it's a simple thing. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't use it. I don't use that software. But that's what she was talking about, like, paying like $30 for a software that you could do that with. That would basically back up everything.
Was probably thinking of iMazing. I mean, you can do regular iOS backups that will actually back up everything except a music library.
Okay. And see, that's the only thing she's concerned about is the music library. She wants the music library on her computer and apparently on the PC, and apparently she's having trouble getting it off the iPhone onto the PC.
Yeah, if it was synced via iTunes, and it forgets the iTunes Sync Association, which can happen sometimes, using a program like iMazing is the easiest way to go. And it does a lot of other stuff. Then But
that would work on a PC and not a Mac, because you said you'd use iMazing on a Mac.
Since we're playing right now, I can't look it up. I'm pretty sure if iMazing itself is not available, there is an equivalent to.
Yeah, there will be some version of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
it's a one-click operation to basically say, okay, take this library and backport it into iTunes. And then once the library is backported into iTunes, she can then tell the phone to sync to iTunes, and then the sync relationship will be back, and you won't have to worry about it anymore.
see, I just don't. I don't get that because like I can
It's
plug my phone in right now and back up anything I want onto any PC that I want to.
You can back up anything. It's specifically the music library that's the issue because they help. It's because of that old music. I mean, the people to blame are the music companies. It is
Oh yeah. Oh, they don't get me wrong. They're evil. Like I don't. Yeah, you don't have to sell me on that. The recording, I am in by no means any kind of fan of the recording industry. So, like, point of fact, I've been a notorious opponent of them for a very long time. So that's probably the legitimate issue she's running into is that she's only having an issue with trying to get the music onto it.
Right.
And I remember the only time I ever messed with it is during the heyday of the iPod. My uncle got into it, and I had to play around. I remember like he got it in his head. I knew how to do it, and I was trying to help him, and like I didn't use iTunes, but I downloaded it and figured out how to transfer files back and forth, but it was a pain in the ass, and like you had to backdoor a lot of stuff. Like it was complicated.
Well, the thing that people, because like a lot of people still wanted to do things in the I want to manually arrange everything.
Right.
The problem is when you have literally like I have my music library over here. How many songs? I have 15, over almost 16,000 songs in my music library.
Mm-hmm.
Managing that manually would be terrible.
It'd be impossible, yeah.
Yeah. So iTunes is a relational database. That's what it is at its core. And the thing to do is to not worry about where every individual file is on your disk.
Right.
Let it manage it for you. And then, for example, with an iPod, the whole idea is that it just syncs. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, my entire library is here. My entire library is there. When I see my playlists here, they get synced back and forth, so on and so forth. You know, that's the gist.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are people who are like, oh, I want to micromanage every single thing about it. And like, I'm trying to think of something that would be similar to that, where like people fight against something.
Well, this person literally just wants the music library, from the phone onto the PC, and I didn't understand why she couldn't do that. That was the thing. That was where I was lost at. Yeah.
Should she have it from like another PC?
Yeah. This is a different PC. Yeah. So like, I think that my suspicion.
Does the other PC still exist?
No.
Okay.
This is yeah. I think the iPhone wasn't. This is a newer one. I think the files have migrated more than once, if I understood her right. Like I think she had stuff on an older one, got it all on the phone, and then wanted to do, and then it was a confusing conversation, like trying to figure out exactly what was going on, but I think that's what it is. I think they weren't original. I think this is not the one that she originally had the stuff on, and this is a newer PC. Fuck me, really? I mean, I guess this one fight doesn't. I guess, but you had 5 other people you could attack, and you attacked Rydia. You had to do that one person. Like you could have attacked anybody else, but no, you got to go for fucking Rydia. See how it's gonna be. I get it. I get what's going on here.
You're reading there what they're throwing down.
Yep, I'm reading the room here.
And on the T21, I got a new solid state drive to put into it, but what went wrong with that machine is that I burned the recovery CD for it,
Mhm.
but my external optical drive, I mean, the stuff I burned for Max didn't seem to have a problem with it when I burned a Snow Leopard DVD.
Right.
But the Windows ones seem to be really picky when it comes to bootable discs.
Huh.
So it's like it's not booting from the CD, and I'm not sure why. Well, those older, I had it burn at the slowest speed, which usually does the trick. And like the one I burned for the 380 ED was fine, but that one was not booted. Like that I booted from the floppy.
Right.
You know, so that booted from the floppy. The T21 doesn't have a floppy drive, and I'm not even sure if I plug in a USB because I have a USB floppy drive. I'm not sure if I plug that in if it'll even boot from it. It's a good question.
Yeah, that's not something I've overly messed around a ton with. Oh shit! I did a dumb there.
That's just I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it'll work or not.
Right.
If I can boot off of it, if I can boot off of something, it'll make my life a lot happier.
Yeah, I ended up taking one of the things I did, like helping out where I was helping out or whatever. Like I had one of those an HP all-in-one PC that's got a general hardware failure on it. I mean, you could play around with it and diagnose the failure. I mean, it'd be worth doing because it'd be worth doing because it's got an i7 in it. I mean, it's for we're talking, it's a non-profit business doing it. It'd be a waste to kind of throw all that away with it, just for own that one. But like I wasn't going to sit there, and the main goal was to get the hard drive out of it because they wanted to wipe the hard drive, and I'm like, I figured it was just a basic SATA one, and I was just going to throw it away, right? And then I pull the hard drive out, and no, it's a 1 tera, it's a terabyte solid state Samsung hard drive. It's a really freaking good hard drive. I'm like, don't throw this away. Like, just get you an enclosure, hook it up to it, and you got a damn external hard drive. Like a really, really good one. I'm like, this would be a freaking waste to throw that away. Shit, what just happened? Yeah. Let's go do this. I probably shouldn't have done that in the first. I probably made a mistake doing this in the first place. And if I decide I want to do something else, I can do something else. Do I even have anything you can equip? That, I guess. Lord, I don't know. I'm equipment starved in this. Like, badly equipment starved. Even for like reasonably selling stuff, I'm pretty starved. Yeah, let's just sell it. I'm making some questionable gambles here. I'm just gonna say it that way. This will really suck if I end up finding this later on, but fuck it. The way this is going. Oh, I wasn't thinking shit. No, actually, no, I take it back. I still think that's a good idea. I still think that's a good decision. Under the circumstances, I think that's a good decision.
Always a good decision.
Nope, here. This is throwing my routing off something terrible. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, that's a good shop. I have to remember that one. Of course, this is going to be Siegfrieded too, isn't it?
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
The other thing I can do with that, I mean, I could just prepare that hard drive with like that solid state with a bootable, like some kind of partition that will at least let me switch over to the CD, because I have a feeling the issue is the booting from the CD and not necessarily the CD itself. Like if I could boot from something, I'd probably be okay.
Yeah, no, I could see having more of an issue going straight from the CD than going from like an actual drive.
So if I have to, I can just pull it out and use I have an adapter that has SATA and both parallel ATA pinouts that I can just plug into my main computer.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a very handy tool. You should add, I mean, you can get a fancy one that's like a toaster, but this one is just, you know, you just plug it in and you're in business.
Yeah, I could see that being really handy.
This one I got from Micro Center for like $20. They sell them on Amazon too. You can just.
Yeah, I might have you send me a link to one of those on Amazon, because that might not be a bad thing to have. Of course, I get that now, yeah. But I couldn't guarantee when that would happen, so I still don't regret what I did. Oh wow, this is kind of funny in view of last night, what I did last night. Oh, good. This will probably kill him. Yep. There we go. All right, cool. Beautiful. Glorious. I still don't have any equipment, but I'll take it. Bow, 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 bow. don't think I'm making the wrong decisions here, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like I'm necessarily making the best decisions. You know what I mean? Like, the routing just feels weird in this.
Yes, it does. I'm gonna do a thing I forgot to do earlier.
Yep, I sold all that shit, so now I don't have anything. Okay. Why am I doing that? You know what? We're gonna try this. We're gonna give this one go. I'll try to remember to post that. I've still got the thing up for it. The link thing, it didn't expire yet. I'll post that seed from last night. Y'all can run it at your leisure. But I think you'll do it a lot faster than I did. Like you were Destil either one. But I'm gonna be really interested to see how y'all do in it. Like it is. I'll just say it was an interesting seed.
What was your time on it?
Like 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Youch.
I wasn't racing either, so by the end of it, I knew it was going to be a longer one, and I was kind of being a little indulgent. But there was a couple decisions I made. I could have done it a lot. I could have done it under 3 hours. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I think it would have been. I don't think I could have done it much less than 3, but I think I could have done it under. Yeah, you're fine. There we go. Come on. Shit. Come on, I'm sitting here hitting the button, like trying to make it like it's gonna go any faster. I'm like, come on, hurry up. Shit. Let's just go for it. No way it can survive many of those. Oh, that was weird. I had a weird sound effect. Artifact right there.
You know, I found that you can get like weird sound effects when sometimes when it finishes a battle and plays the fanfare theme.
Right. Yeah, I've had that happen too. This one was on. This one was using a summon,
Huh.
and it was right at the artifact. It did a weird artifact right at the very end of it. Got it. I'd rather kept that one character alive, but it'll be okay. Shit. Yep, I can't exit out of here, unfortunately. So we gotta go the long way. Six.
But at least on 380 ED, I didn't feel too bad that I couldn't get the hard drive out. I mean, other than the fact that the hard drive, if it dies, I don't know how I'll be able to open up the case. But there wasn't, on the Windows partition at least, it was just a kind of a plain install. There wasn't really anything of importance on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt pretty safe in blowing that one away.
So are you
Like,
saying, if it dies, it dies. If he
Yeah, I
dies,
mean-
he dies.
I'm sure if I knew somebody with the right tools, they might have like the right drill or something to at least drill it out.
I mean, you could. You
But-
just have to be really careful.
Right.
Like
but
you'd
that's what-
use
I
a
don't
you'd
have
want to use
the-
a really thin. You'd want to use a really thin bit and just enough that you can.
Right, but like I don't have the tools for that.
Right.
So I would need to find next weekend, next Saturday, I should say, next Sunday is
Du hast
is-
mich.
is the MIT swap meet.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I might find something interesting there.
I'd say your there's a pretty good chance you might find something worth looking at, but
I mean, from there, I mean, the things I'm looking for right now are ISA sound cards.
mm-hmm.
So hopefully, hopefully I can find one of those.
Yeah, I've not been in a collector mode here lately. I've just been needing to. I've had too much other crap I've been needing to do. All right, come on, mop. There's no reason you shouldn't have already cast your Jesus. How about a fucking waste too? Oh, wow. Wow. I get a ninja that I can actually equip for once. I've forgotten what that is like. Your HP is so low. Let's just get you back up to full. All right. Okay. Ah! I cannot remember to turn the fucking battle speed back up. Ugh. You're fucking kidding me. Come on, Rydia. Come on, Rydia. Thank you. I keyed. Yeah, that's better. All right, item. I'm so low level. I'm having to heal in fights I wouldn't ordinarily heal. Or heal before fights that I wouldn't ordinarily worry about. Alright, battle speed back up. Good. I can sell that. Getting shit I can sell is almost as valuable to me at this point as getting something I can equip.
Yep.
I consider it a fairly even trade-off at the moment. Patong! Huh. Oh, yeah. Figures. I was trying to explain to Golbees like my misunderstanding of the world map on this, because like I really need to just print one out and look at it at some point just to have it on here, because I know every square inch of the world map, but I know the world map in a specific way. I know how to get to everything without wrapping around the screen. I don't really understand how things are in relation, so I go the long way all the time from, like, say, Eblin to damn Cyan or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
When there's much, much more effective ways, and I cost myself a lot of time doing that, so. Yep, there's that. I'll take you. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, yeah. Would have been useful earlier. Not so much now. Though I could sell it. That is true.
Wish I could find a rod for Iridium.
I know, like anything. You can't throw that one. Jesus, that's it?
There we go. No, that was not a. I found a rod. There we go.
Oh.
I wish it's like. It's something that's helpful, but it's not a rod.
I mean, I know where I can buy a Stardust
I
rod,
also
but
know
having
those.
shit to be able to buy the fucking Stardust rod, right?
Yes, that is the problem.
Yeah.
$60,000 gil in this seed.
Mm-hmm.
Very tough to come by.
I'm gonna turn the battle speed down here just to be on the safe side. Oh, it'll probably be alright. Oh yeah, he's at ninja equip, that's right. Ah, damn it! There we go. That's a start. Shit. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't bitch about that. I mean, I could use that item I got. I just really wanted that key item check to be a key item. That's all it was. That's all it came down to. So we've had two edge weapons. We've had a boomerang, and then we've had that one katana that I don't remember what it was called.
Murasame.
No, it's not the Murasame. Murasame is one of his normal weapons.
Oh, right. You mean the ultimate weapon.
Yeah. Oh, I have a Murasame. Yeah. Edge is actually in pretty good shape. He's rocking a Murasame and a ninja. Actually, he's the only character other than the mob that's actually well equipped. Everybody else has jack shit. I'm doing a lot of gambling in this seed. Like I'm channeling my inner Raz.
Well, sometimes gambling can pay off.
Yeah, we'll see. Fuck. Holy fuck. Alright, one of you two. Either one of you two. Just either one. Fuck! I'm being in too much of a hurry and I clicked on the wrong enemy. I mean, it killed one of them, so I guess that's...
Something.
Yeah, something. Fuck. Come on, Edge, come on. Use it. Fuck! Fuck! Okay. Oh, this one I should have turned battle speed up for, but I couldn't have known. Fuck.
How's the gambling going, Bob?
I mean, it's just bad luck. Like I had, as weird as this sounds, I literally had a something you psych and take the entirety of one of my characters' MP.
Oh.
And it happened at a really bad time. Here, let's do this. And then we'll just sit and do damage control. I mean, I really don't know what else to do at this point, to be honest with you. Fuck. It'll be alright. That was just bad timing. It'd be a lot better if I had the battle speed up, but I didn't. Come on. It's gotta be almost dead. Got it. Alright. Yeah, I've got to. I don't have an EMP. Shit, I don't want to do this, but let's go ahead. Oof! I didn't know that would work. Found out something something new. And I forgot to turn the fucking battle speed up again.
So you fucked around and found out.
Yeah, in a good way though. Sorry, baby. No! Shit! Oh, fuck!
What happened?
I can't say. I can't tell you.
Did you pull a Dan?
No, I'd pulled something entirely new that hasn't happened yet. I literally can't say.
You'll have to tell me later then.
Yeah.
I mean, does it affect your ability to finish the game?
No, it's just a bump in the road that I can't really afford.
Bummer.
It's nothing. It just means I gotta go, and it's gonna cost me about like 4 minutes a time. That's about it. It wasn't. Thankfully, I'd saved right before it, so I actually didn't pull a Dan.
Oh, so you had an untimely death.
No, nope. It literally, it's there's no way I can't tell you what it is. Okay, I can't.
That's
it
fair.
would,
Don't,
yeah.
Then like I said, I just find it amusing.
It's never happened before, so.
Okay, this is. Perhaps this will overwrite pulling a Bob.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that could drop that.
It does involve refighting a fight that I've already fought, but not because I died.
Okay. Better save.
Better save than sorry.
Yep. ABS, always be safe.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. Oh my god, kill me.
No, I don't think I will. I like having you around.
This is excruciating. Thank you for Soya. That was way more painful than it should have been. Jesus. I could have sworn I had done all of these.
But you thought wrong. It was JoJo who had done all those.
So basically, I can say this. It's like I was doing a fight, and I knew that I had forgotten to turn the battle speed up. I had to use the bathroom really badly, but I knew I was going to be in this fight for a long time, and I knew all I had to do was queue up the spell, and then I'd have time to go use the bathroom, right? So then I sit down. I'm trying to get the spell goes off. I'm trying to get everything. It's a trap chest, right? So I'm trying to get everything back to where it's supposed to be. Get my headphones back, all that on. Trying to do it really, really fast. And the item I get was not a key item from the trap chest, but it was an item that I desperately needed. And somehow or another, I accidentally ended up clicking off of the thing without taking the item and had to reset and do it all over again.
Oh no!
And it was not an item that I could. It's not an item that I could afford to not take. What the fuck is this one? Oh. Can't say it was a complete waste, but it was pretty much a waste. I do need to do this. I'd be stupid not to.
Now, whatever you do, don't do the stupid thing.
Yeah, not really worth anything. That is. That's not. That's worth a lot. Fuck. So where was?
That hurt.
Where did I check? Where was the last place I checked? Bad timing, baby girl. I know I made you get down, but damn it. Hey, you're fine. Quit being like that.
You want me to pause for a sec so you can put her down?
No, I'm good. She's fine. Shit.
Why is the seed so terrible on equipment?
I don't know. It's gotta be here. If I have to go back to right there, I'm gonna hate myself. Oh, there it is. Okay. I've never had a seed this bad for equipment though. Like this is insane because I've done quite a lot of treasure checks. I mean, just to be completely honest on it, it's not like I've been skimping on them. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Alright, where did I get to? Here. I was afraid to do that chest. And for good reason. Oh, for very good reason. Now I'm gonna wish I had turned the battle speed off. Damn it. Double damn it. Triple damn it.
Damn it.
Quadruple damn it. That is really shit thing to have happen right there.
No, I don't believe I'm going to do that.
I can't do that, Dave.
Just not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
Prudent at this juncture.
Mm-mm. Oh, funny. Okay. Not that I'm gonna complain. I am gonna complain about that one. That was fucking shit. Okay, that ended up being a waste, but I couldn't have known that at the time.
I didn't know.
Addo, guys. That's 2 good crits. Come on, Rydia. Just use your fucking summon. Thank you. It's not that hard.
Just call her, maybe.
Call her, maybe. Fuck.
I'm gonna go do and I would do anything
I don't
for love.
I don't understand how her MP's so low. But you won't do that.
And I'm on and doing, that's a fact. Bum, bum.
Fuck. Oh yeah, that one was a waste. I forgot. Okay. This one I can do. Fuck me. Gotta reset again. Fuck it. I can't make it sub 2 hours, so we're just gonna do something else. Like that strategy's just not gonna work. We're gonna have to do something different. I know when I'm licked.
I'm just a down-home chicken lawyer, but I know when we are finger-licked.
I don't know. I don't. If this seed isn't one that you can do a sub 2 hour, I don't think a sub 2 hour is possible. Like I can't do it though. I can't get the levels. Not with this equipment. If I had better equipment, I could get the levels. But with the equipment I got, I can't. I literally can't do it. Fuck. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck off. Just fuck the fuck off.
Just fuck all the way off. Time.
It's not gonna happen. I'm probably gonna go ahead and call a seed because I don't want to sit. I can't build levels, and I don't want to sit here and run around for two other.
Would you like to know where the sirens are?
No, because I don't want to do sirens. I don't have 10 sirens are useless to me because I don't have 10 key items. So, like, I didn't even look for them because there's no point. You don't do enough HP. They don't do enough experience. No, I'm pissed at this point. Like, I've got 8 fucking key items, and
do you have the crystal yet?
oh, I've had the crystal since an hour into the seed. I got the crystal at like an hour 3. I can't get levels. I just did Leviathan. That's the 5th objective. Nothing will get. None of the checks will give me another 2 key items. Nothing. None of them. Nothing. Nada. And I'm getting raped by everything on the moon, and that's been my only option, like to get levels, and it's just. Yeah, I don't even want to complete this. What was the Zeramis?
It was Genesis Moose? I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I don't know anything that would be Genesis.
It wasn't a Sega Genesis.
Didn't look like the thing from Project Genesis? Star Trek 2?
No, well, that's a planet.
No, that's the torpedo.
No, it didn't look like it. It looked like it was some kind of monster thing.
I don't know. Fucking Sand Ruby. Alright, I'm gonna see what this fucking boss is. No, I mean, it's just not going to be possible to get a sub 2 hour time for me. Like, if I can't do it in this one, I'm not going to do it. And like, because I literally, I think maybe 55 minutes in, like I had the Crystal super early, and I've been desperately trying to get levels and equipment ever since. Because I had nothing. Like, Cecil had like
That's one fight where Meteo is actually useful, I think, because Meteo is holy damage, right? And those are weak to holy, I think.
I didn't think Meteo was holy damage. Interesting.
Good question. I'm gonna go look it
Yeah.
up.
I thought Meteo was just random non-elemental. Oh, weird. I messed their AI up somehow. I mean, Cecil's got a crystal sword.
Oh, yeah.
Is Meteor holy?
That's what I'm looking up.
Oh.
It ignores magic defense. Yeah, in all 2D releases, Meteor is a holy elemental spell.
Huh.
But in the DS version, it is not. It is just non-elemental damage.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the D-Lunars is the one fight where Meteo is actually fucking useful.
Shit.
Although
No.
why would you do that? It's when you could just cast Bahamut. I guess they counter, like if they survive Bahamut, they counter that, don't they?
D-Lunars, I don't think so. I've used it on them a lot. I don't think they have a counter for it.
Then yeah, there's no point to...
I didn't even look for sirens. I've only checked like 3 shops in the whole game.
They're in the... How do you call it? The Dwarf Castle.
I didn't go in the dwarf castle.
You didn't?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I've been on the moon for 45 minutes.
Oh, so you pulled a treble.
Yeah, well, just trying to get levels. And I kept dying, and I kept dying over and over again, like in really, really strange ways.
You have Edge. It's like he will... Zeromus won't be that fast.
I wasn't even in the 40s. You had to understand that. Like,
And you have a nuke caster.
Yeah, but I didn't have any means of healing. I had the
Yeah,
only
you need
person
at
that
least
could...
a cure for.
Yeah, the only person that I literally thought about trying it. But the only thing that... I literally thought about trying it, but without a cure for a caster, there's nothing I can do. And so I need at least Porum up to that level, because I already had a...
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see where the stupid adamant was.
Yeah, since that's 10 key items, we'll go ahead and do this. Oh, I'm just so fucking pissed. Yeah, I had my final party, so I had no reason to go in the dwarf castle. You know, I knew I went straight, got the crystal. I didn't need, but I wasn't worried about a key item at the time. I was just going to get my whole goal was to get the crystal and then figure out what to do from there.
I basically did so I got underground, and I did the dwarf castle, and I did Babel, which turned out to be a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't do Babel. Like the crystal, I bought a crystal sword. I'll put it to you that way.
Yep, I did Babel, and then I boogied, because that had Leviathan in it. So I'm like, did you do the Baron Basement?
Yeah, I did Baron Basement. I did it with like 40 minutes into the seed. Like I'm telling you, I gambled the fuck out of this.
That wasn't a bad gamble though, given the character loadout.
That's why I was able to get the crystal so early.
But then I said, okay, at that point I had the 3 objectives. So I just boogied all the way down the bottom of the Sylph Cave and used the pan. And by then I had 10 key items. I spent my money on Bahamut. I didn't realize, and of course I went and gave Sheila the pan and she gave me a Bahamut, like great. But
yeah.
I wound up selling that and that gave me enough to get Stardust rods. So
Yeah, I've got a Stardust rod. Yeah, like I left the moon and went and did the rest of Sylph just to try to get some equipment, but I
bought
couldn't get
10
any damn
sirens
equipment.
and did 10 sirens, and then as I was going down the lunar subterrane, I fought chests along the way. I probably could have beaten it. I was playing kind of safe. I could have beaten it without Rydia getting nuke, but
Well, see, I've done the opposite. I've
So
played
I
it as
probably could've
unsafe.
cut,
I've played
like-
it as unsafe as I possibly could.
I probably could have cut like 5 minutes off that time, probably. But
I also don't have an Evonger, so like,
I'm pretty sure I don't either. I just cast. You have 2 white mages. I just
yeah,
cast
that's
sure
the goal.
so.
Is I've got one Bacchus and 2 white mages, so one of them can afford.
147. That's got to be pretty close to my PB.
That I think that is yours. Destil did a 145. Yeah, I don't know where you got. I without unless you did the entire lower Babil, I don't know where you got the other 2 key items. Because I had 8 when I got the
did
Crystal
the
Crystal.
entire lower Babil.
So
'Cause
that
I-
and that was the other. That was the other 2. I think that was
'cause I
actually
said,
3
well, I
key
have
items.
the tower
Yeah.
key. I might as well do it.
If I'd have done that, I'd have run around looking for sirens.
Because
But-
in terms of key item checks, that's the densest key items checks with the least amount of risk.
Well, there's a lot of. I mean, with everything I have, if stuff had rolled right, I could have killed almost anything on the moon, and I was just gambling that maybe I'd get 2 key items on the moon.
Yep.
And then I'd be able to get enough levels, and I'd already be there, and I'd be able to go fight
I
them.
didn't even do the prokaryote and eukaryote check.
I did that one. It wasn't anything.
Where'd you find a ninja sword?
I found 2 ninja swords, just random
Wow.
places. Yeah.
I had my full moon on him till the end of the game.
Yeah, I found 2 ninja swords. One of them was on the moon, I think. There's another Excalibur on the moon I'm gonna get that I can throw. I sold all the shit just because like I didn't really have anything for him to throw anyway. So I sold everything to buy a crystal sword. Again, gambling that I could find the stuff on the moon. Like I played this literally as unsafe as I possibly could play it. And if a couple fights had gone different, if I hadn't run into the damn white dragon and blue dragon, which I almost killed. Like if I had run into the behemoths where I could have killed them, you know, it would have been. I ran into one, but like 2 or 3 behemoths, I would have been reasonably close to being able to get enough levels, or at least get enough levels to survive the rest of the fights on the moon. Problem is I have no in-game equipment, so it's like I have no equipment like on anybody. I have a Stardust rod. Cecil's I don't even know what armor Cecil has on.
I had that dragoon armor on him.
I sold it early on.
Because I got Sid, so I just put it on Sid.
Oh, I sold it well before I ever got Sid. I sold it
It's
to
like
get.
If I find a piece of heavy armor, I'll always keep it.
I had to get. I had no other choice. I had to get Sylph, and Sylph's what got me through the early part of the game. It was either that or Leviathan, and then later I sold and bought Leviathan, and that actually came in really handy. That's how I was able to get through those fights so early and get the Crystal that early, because I did those. Yeah. So like the early gambles paid off really well. It's just the late didn't. Cecil might still have the cloth on. I mean, he's got a crystal. He don't have armor. He's got a crystal. Shit, let's just see. He's got a black belt, a diamond, and a crystal glove. I can't get a PB, so we'll just go ahead and do Rydia and get her up to nuke. Because I'd rather the mop not be my nuke caster or my cure 4 caster. I'd rather him be the utility guy. Finally, Edge can kill him. See, I don't have the adamant or the legend sword, so that was never an issue.
I
That
have
was
the
never an
legend,
issue.
but I don't know where the adamant is.
There's
I
no
wasn't paying
telling.
attention.
Yeah.
It's too busy, John.
Probably one of the boss fights on the moon.
Oh, could be behind Barbaricha
Where was she at?
in the in the D-Lunar spot. I don't have a cane, so it's like
Well, I mean, you could berserk Edge and Cecil and be in pretty good
guess.
shape. Yeah. I
'cause
mean, that would.
Bahamut doesn't work against her.
Yeah, that would. I mean, it does on occasion. Like, you have to get really lucky. I killed her once on that, on like that 1 in 100 chance that it will work. Okay, yeah, that's enough. 55. She gets nuke at 55. I don't think I've ever beaten it with small Rydia before. This is interesting. I guess I could go buy. I got enough money. I could go buy white shirts, but fuck it. Rydia's still got the leather armor on. She's got a. She does have a Stardust and a.
Black shirts. There's black shirts and sorcerers available.
I never saw
Black
either of them.
Black shirts are in Tamra. Sorcerers are in Agart.
Yeah, I never checked either of those shops. We're just gonna roll with it. I do gotta make a stop off and get that other Excalibur though, because that's like 8,000. That's about 18,000 damage Edge can deal. See, I beat those carries the first time, and I should have just, when I did that, I should have gone and immediately saved and then gone back and do the next one. But the next fight I ran into was the 2 red dragons. I knew I couldn't win that. Or so I was like, well, fuck. So then I had to do I had to do the whole moon thing over again. And then when I fought them, I killed the mage first, and they did that stupid hug thing where they, where they did that and retreated, so I had to reset again, and that's when I got pissed and was like, fuck it, I can't do this. I mean, it did have the mop to cast Cure 4, but he doesn't have enough. If he had like 400 MP, that would have worked. But he didn't have. He only has enough MP to cast it 4 times, and there's no way I could have killed Zeramis with only having 4 Cure 4s. There it is. Why am I overlooking the damn crystal? That's cool looking, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, it was really cool. I just
Yeah.
didn't know what it was.
I mean, that's awesome. That's an awesome looking sprite, but yeah, I've never heard of it. She must not learn some of those spells as a small one, like as smaller it is. She must be gated. It's probably a fair one to do that too.
Okay. This boss is from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Oh, I would never have known that.
Genesis Avatar.
Okay, yeah, I'd never have known that.
Me neither. One of the final bosses in that game.
I mean, he's doing enough damage. This shouldn't be much of an issue. Plus, throwing the 2 Excaliburs goes a long way. I don't have anything else to throw after that, so I can just Berserk Edge. Oh, that's going to be a full Big Bang, isn't it? Yep. Thankfully, they all survived it.
That wasn't that bad for a full Big Bang, honestly.
I've had worse. He did that awful fast, though, because I was already on Rydia. Did he counter nuke? I don't think he did.
Oh, that's right. You never had Rydia grow up.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I don't think I've ever beat it with Child Rydia before. Nah, that's probably okay. As long as one of the white mages is alive, I'm cool with it. I mean, Edge is doing 3,000 a pop, Berserk. Okay. I was wondering when he's gonna use a black hole. I managed to go quite a long time before he did it. Oh, he's in Meteor phase. Alright, let's go ahead and nuke him. He's still countering it. I didn't think he'd do that in Meteor phase. There we go. Oh, I'm so pissed. Yeah, if I'd done that, I mean, I didn't have anything, I don't know what I'd have sold to buy the sirens. That would have been the only thing. Of course, I'd had a crystal. I'd had the crystal sword if I'd gone in there first thing, wouldn't I?
I sold something to buy them. I don't remember what.
Like I told you, I was playing fast and loose. I sold a lot of shit in this seed.
I don't know. It's like if this was a seed to take risks, this one was it. Like it was, the pathing on it was Like the Golden Path was very like.
Oh yeah. I mean, this one, if there's ever one to get a sub 2 hour, it was this one, and I don't think I'm capable of doing it.
If I was less conservative, this probably could have been beaten in an hour and a half.
Probably. You made just the right decisions on it. Because, like, I skipped everything. There's so many towns I never went to, so much shit I never checked.
Yeah, I didn't even go into the...
I forgot I had the tower key, or I might have got... Well, the reason I didn't do the tower is because I knew I didn't have any... I don't like doing the tower when I can't one-shot the sirens. Like, if I have to hit them more than once, that it just takes forever. So, like, I should have done that instead of... What I should have done is that instead of going back.
Yeah, but that gets you experience.
Yeah, but not much.
I mean,
Not. It's very limited.
Something.
Yeah. I should have done that instead of going back and doing the other part of the Sylph Cave. That would have been the smart one. Yeah.
I did nothing in the Sylph Cave except go down and thwack Yang with the Pang. Yang with the Pang.
I did the chest on the way just because I needed equipment so bad, and then I went back and did them. Then after I died on the moon, I went back and did it again. That when I had the issue with the treasure chest, I told you I did the weird thing. That was an Excalibur.
Oh.
So, and see, I had to get it. Like, I had to reset and get the Excalibur back. 11 of 17 key items, 8 of 13 characters. Yeah, I only did 65 chests. Only half the exactly half the bosses. Yeah, I ended up with that one, of course. Sand Ruby, I think, was better twin, but I don't know who the Pakage was.
I didn't check.
Who was in the castle? Oh, Spoon was on the moon. Who was in Dwarf Castle?
I think it was the second Porum, actually.
Oh.
It was a better palette, but...
Right.
I already had one.
Spoon on the moon. That, really? You had to get the twin heart to get the hook? That fucking figures.
Oh, that's... Yeah, the twin heart's on the moon.
Ugh. Not one of them I checked. Adamant. Okay, Adamant was in Summon Monsters.
Okay. It was either Mylon Z or Karate. I don't know, I could go see what that is.
Yeah, go see what it is real quick. I'll check the I mean, it's only 9:41. I'll check the Pakage.
Oh, I got the emulation paused.
It's the first it's the Leviathan spot. It's the Leviathan boss. I hate that it was a pink tail and I never got the hook. You getting that Earth Crystal early really screwed things up because I went and did the entirety of Zot. Ah, yep, there's a legend. The Dortness Crystal. Oh, the Twin Harp was the one I couldn't beat, Dan. That's the blue dragon and the red dragon. That's the one I almost killed. Oh, I never did Eblin. I never did Eblin Castle either. Lukaku.
Wow.
Yeah, I did nothing. I'm telling you, I gambled on everything.
Yeah, because Edwin Castle had a defense sword, I think.
Oh, that would have gone a long way.
Yes, it did.
Ugh. I haven't seen Kane, I haven't seen Kane, Eddie, or Rosa in the seed.
I'm just gonna check this weapon shop because I didn't check it earlier. We'll see if there's a.
Which is a shame. There's no Rosa since we did Earth Crystal. So we did Babil. So there's Zot so early. Eddie. So Prakage's Eddie. I'm gonna get the Twin Harp real quick. Rubicante. I don't think I've ever used white on Rubicante before. This is interesting. Yeah, because Mop had nuke from the start. He had nuke super early.
Yeah, that certainly helped a lot.
Mm-hmm. Even if he doesn't do that much, as much damage with it. Oh, that was Legend. Shit, I thought that was Twin Heart. Never mind. Alright, where was that chest? All the way up here.
The Sunrise Boomerang.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that one. The sword was a lot better.
Agility plus 10. I think the sword is only like, what, 10 more points of offense? Anyway, I am going to call it quits.
Alright, that's fine. We might as well. That's the... I was going to go see who the Hook character was. That was the only other thing I was going to do.
I mean, you are free to do that, but I'm going to stop Let's Racing Time.
Ow.
Thanks for watching, Galbies. I saw you over there.
He was hiding from everybody.
He was hiding. He's a secret from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everyone.
Alright, see y'all.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll call my stream. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'll put that stream on in the background.
See, even with what I got, my equipment sucks so bad. Like, they're destroying me, like, even at these levels. It's literally Team Glass Cannon, like, no armor whatsoever.
switch over and watch your screen.
Okay. There we go. There's Twin Heart. Goes this way. We can see we can see what the song is too, and that's always interesting. I mean, that's the better way to full clear a stream. Wish I could exit straight off the moon. And not have to go through the whole animation. The only other thing to full clear would be John and Babil, but I don't really feel like fighting those bosses. Like, see, that's an example. Like, that's how I know to get there, and I'm sure that is by far the longest way possible to do that. Yes, yes, I know, it's Magnus. Chunky's just snoring away on here, about ready to go to bed, just like I am. Man, I'm pissed at that. Like, I mean, the gambles, I said I was able to get... Ah, shit, I do that every time. I was able to get Darkness Crystal. Or, I mean, I was able to get, you know, Crystal, like, literally, like, I think like a minute 5 into the... I mean, an hour 5 into the stream. Like, insanely fast time. But it's just getting levels, man. That was the only thing. Getting those last few key items and... Ugh. Paralysis by analysis. Alright, let's see what the song is. Over. I mean, this one's just a cutscene boss, so we're just sitting here waiting on it. We can't. Alright, Eddie, what you gonna do for us? Again, as I say every time, I don't understand why they can't just hand you the freaking heart. Why you gotta insist on doing that. Is this Mario 2? Like the boss theme from it? No, it's something different. Oh, I remember that, but I would I mean, I've played that. I remember Hollow Bastion from the original Kingdom Hearts game. It's the only Kingdom Hearts game I played is the original one. Wow, do you even rando, bro? The Dick Elf was the Dick Elf. How funny. Don't want to pull a Dan and forget to get this. Bam, 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 bam. All right. We want to go left. No, right. Because we need the here. Then left and up. All right, let's run down here and see who that character was. See, this is another one. This is one of the most item dense checks we do. And not having the hook not being any part of the regular progression ends up being a lot of checks that we don't, a lot of chests that we don't open. And of course, every one of these is kosher, isn't it? It's a lot of unopened, a lot of open chests. And by open, I'm saying full. Rosa, cool. All right, so yeah, if there was a Cain in the Giant, then that would be full clear. All right, well, I am going to end it there myself. So that's the only character check we didn't do is a Giant. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like doing that. So, but we got the music, we got that one. I'm disappointed, but hey, it is what it is. So anybody still watching, y'all have a